turned in here tonight. That is what they will be.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, coming up next, it's a UFC heavyweight showdown. All right, here he is, the decorated kickboxer, back for more here tonight, and he's so comfortable in the striking realm. It's almost like he started kickboxing before he ever was reading or writing.
Oh, it's unbelievable to see someone that's so comfortable under so much duress.
I know.
When you're in kickboxing range, you are in the fire. There is no safety. You're right in range to be getting knocked out, but he does not fear that. He loves it. He loves the combat. He loves the engagements. But what you have to understand is he's not engaging his opponents on their terms. He's doing it on his terms. Whether or not he wants to be in close with the big punches or he wants to be at range landing kicks, he's just constantly putting damage on you. Top, bottom, up, low, it does not matter. This guy is a dominant striker, one of the best kickboxers the UFC has ever seen.
And in terms of the punching technique and the jab, as good as anyone in this division. I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Enter Bruce Lee.
I mean, that's Bruce Lee in a nutshell. Over and over and over, he did the same thing, and it shows in the technique because there's no wasted energy. There's no wasted movements. Everything he does with a purpose. He goes in there with an idea of what he's trying to accomplish, and he gets it done. Bruce Lee is the absolute best. Bruce Lee is the man.
His grappling, his takedown defense figure to be tested here tonight, but there aren't that many guys who are going to want to stand and trade on a napkin in the center of the octagon with the great Bruce Lee.
No, if you're fighting Bruce Lee, you're shooting for takedowns right away.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Dan Mergliata. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 165 pounds. Bone Crusher. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, Bruce the Dragon Lee!
All right, commit to the rules in the locker room. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners, come out fighting.
The fighters touch gloves.
Ready?
All right, so lofty expectations for this matchup as round 1 gets underway. Seems to be a striking advantage on one side, but on the other, truly a fighter who can do it all.
And that guy will usually have the advantage on paper. When you're a striker at this guy's level, that will normally balance out whatever advantage the other guy has.
Unable to land the head kick there. Oh, that's a nice straight punch there.
Threw the punch, got to the target.
Oh, head kick blocked by Lee.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Combination lands for him. He is really putting his strikes together tonight.
I mean, he's feeling himself tonight, John. He's doing a great job of putting everything together.
Straight right hand now, just misses.
Nice right hand.
a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
Lee gets caught with that punch. Just misses with a left hook there. Going to the body there with the right kick. Trying to establish that jab once again. And both guys really throwing with authority.
Look at those weapons. Look at how he uses his knees to the body.
Effective strike there by Lee. Trying to double up on that jab.
Oh, significant strike attempt there, but a huge block.
Landed a good uppercut there.
Try to establish that jab.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one up?
Oh, there's that patented heavy leg kick.
Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick.
Oh, big knee to the body. How'd he get that one home? Oh, and there he goes working off that jab again. How's your jab?
I mean, the jab's nice. I love throwing the jab, but you realize that as MMA evolves, guys will start to fight behind a very educated jab. It's just like boxing. The most thrown punch, and the first one you learn is a jab. Right. And in MMA, guys are starting to take that same approach because it is such an effective weapon. Nice punch there.
Just missed with the left there. Oh, nice knee to the body for him there. Very nice. Just misses there with the left. Pinpoint knee to the body. If you're trying to knock me out, you get one knee to the body.
Every time an opponent tries to get close, he just drives that knee to the body. Great time. Big leg kick land. Oh, wow, those leg kicks are already taking effect.
So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on.
Nice strike.
And he lands the knee to the body now.
Big liver kick lands under the elbow.
Overhand right, swing and a miss.
Watch knees to the body. He loaded up on that right hand too.
Ten seconds to go in the rounds.
Ooh, what a punch.
All right, he engages in a single collar tie here. Round two next. All right, so a big round for him there, maybe even a 10-8. There was a big knockdown in there, courtesy of the kick. DC, talk us through it.
He found his spot. I mean, he knew that there was a weakness. He found the spot. He recognized an opportunity to go and chase down that head kick. He threw it, it landed, and he almost got the finish.
Ready? You ready?
Round two underway.
Oh, that's a nice strike.
Oh, wicked nice leg kick there, DC.
Can't take too many of those. I mean, look at the commitment to kicking in this fight. Yes, they hurt him in the last round. Same exact one.
Oh, massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish. Oh! Out of range with that one. Back and forth we go.
Big punch lands. Ooh.
Oh, he lands a massive kick here.
Oh, nice jab.
Lee gets touched by that kick right to the body there. Nicely done by the opponent. Oh, he landed that kick to the outside of the lead leg there, DC.
He is chopping up that leg. They say chop down the tree. You beat your opponent by slowing him down first with those nice outside leg kicks. Good punch lands.
All right, so he continues to land that jab. His opponent said he was ready for it, but doesn't appear to be.
You're not ready until you're in there. You can watch all the film you want. You can spar as much as you want, but until you feel a guy with a fast jab like this, you don't understand the precision of that punch.
Lee gets hit with that hook. He's got to be careful here. Nice shot to the body there. Just over 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, he's mixing it all up. That one's snuck in. Nice strike. Look at the force behind that leg kick.
Man, look at the redness starting to appear on the left side of his body. His opponent would be wise to continue to attack there. Well, he's really starting to land a high number of strikes.
Nice entry into the finish direct.
All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Very nice. Oh, nice job to slip off the center line there. His head movement has been a huge, huge factor defensively in this fight.
You can never be a stationary target, so even if the feet aren't moving, you got to be ready to slip that head at a moment's notice. Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Switching stances here. All right, so he's landed some good shots. You hate to be overly critical, but nothing really in terms of combinations tonight.
Well, the jab has been looking great. How about jab, jab, right hand?
Right.
Because eventually you're going to have to put something on your opponent that's going to really make him pause. I believe the jab has been working so well, if he drops a big right hand after it, he may be able to finish his fight. Punch over the top. Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
His opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was coming high, and now he's got him hurt bad.
Oh! Both fighters exchange in the pocket here. Throwing that jab yet again out of range. And potentially a critical takedown here. All right, 45 seconds now to go in the round. Man, he's just got a great feel for the striking realm early in this one.
The timing is on point. He's doing a great job of mixing everything up.
And now he's got the tie clinch. And they separate.
He loaded up there on that high kick.
20 seconds to go. Trying to hammer that lead leg. 10 seconds remain in round two. All right, round three coming up next. Well, I'm not sure the extent to which he has recovered, but we do see the end of the round. DC, talk us through the replay.
Well, he's a tough guy. He's going to make it to the stool. He's going to survive unless you put him completely out of there. Unfortunately, he's in there with a guy that does have that ability.
You ready? You ready?
Third round underway.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Oh, and he tags him with the straight. Nice job there by Lee.
Ooh, big shot land. Nice leg kick.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to pile up these body shots here in the latter stages of this fight. You didn't see a lot of that in the earlier rounds, making up for lost time here. How's his opponent still standing?
I mean, I have no idea. This fight is supposed to be over. And it might not be over now, but it's gonna be over very soon.
Oh, there he goes, attacking that lead leg to the outside. Nasty kick there.
Nasty leg kick. You gotta slow down your opponent. He knew his opponent wanted to move a lot tonight. This is the first step in getting him to slow down and fight at your pace.
Back and forth we go here.
Big kick lands.
He missed with that jab attempt there.
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish this fight.
Outstanding output on both sides.
That was a jab.
Just he lands, and maybe time to get the bonus checks ready.
I mean, this fight is about done. He's got him hurt very bad with his head kick. Now he has to find one more strike to end the night. Beautiful body kick lands right under the elbow.
Oh, he's really starting to apply pressure on his opponent here. Different approach here in the last couple rounds, and it's the exact sense of urgency that you want to see from a fighter. Take the judges out of it.
Beautiful punch.
Just out of range with the straight left hook. Lee gets hit with a kiss. How good is that right hand? Beautiful combination there by Lee. Unable to land with that punch.
Leg kick.
This fight's gonna be over, DC.
What a great way of mixing up his attack. He didn't stay the course. He mixed it up. He went high when his opponent thought he was going low, and now he's got him hurt very badly. Dig and kick.
Man, look at him load up on that right. Lee gets hit by that leg kick.
Look at that switch knee. Beautiful switch knee.
Lee gets caught with that punch. Don't be afraid to get that head off the center line.
Look.
There, his opponent could be out of here soon, DC.
He's almost done. See, when you get hit with a shot like that, you don't know whether to run, hide, grab, or wrestle. I mean, he's confused. He's as confused as he was on his first test in elementary school. Serve him up. Go get him.
Oh, he might be out. Hand and knee.
Every time.
Whoa!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad. Oh, nice right hand.
All right, so a good series of kicks by him there. He has mixed it up beautifully, I think, on the feet tonight.
He is kicking everywhere tonight. He's doing a fantastic job.
Oh, he continues to land a high number of strikes in this round. Really hasn't let up when it comes to his aggressiveness. Certainly have to be mindful that you don't gas out, but you gotta like the output on display here.
Nice punch lands.
Now his opponent's really on the ropes.
His opponent's on beat street. He's hurt so bad. I don't know what he's going to do to stay in this fight.
Oh! How about those 5 minutes? All right, so let us now check out some of the action in that round, DC. There was a whole lot of it, including a stunner upstairs that nearly closed the show.
It was a lot of action. It was back and forth action, but the big moment was that big strike to the head that landed, that put him on wobbly legs and in survival mode. Luckily, he made it to the end of that round.
Are you ready? You ready?
I'm not sure how he stayed upright.
I mean, when you get hit with a shot like that, to stay standing shows and talks to your toughness.
Oh, he lands a huge knee to the body. Well, just as he did the previous round, continuing to land a high number of strikes here, and he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down. Scary, scary proposition for the opponent.
Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night if that landed. Great punch.
Back and forth we go. How about that shin? Another shot lands upstairs. Wow! Back to the feet. Oh! He's out!
He got it!
You knew if he landed that weapon repeatedly, it could be a short night for his opponent, but that was just one perfectly placed strike that his opponent candidly didn't even see coming. It landed flush, and the rest, as they say, is history. Big knockout win for him here tonight. Well, he's going to enjoy watching this one back. Let's take a look at the replay of the knockout just a moment ago.
It was right hand after right hand after right hand. Finally, he found the one that hit the exact sweet spot that ended his opponent's night.
So a strong candidate for some bonus money there. A huge knockout for him here tonight. Near perfect execution. They'll be talking about this result for some time.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Bergiata has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 10 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout, bone crusher.
Oh, there he is after a huge knockout win tonight. You going to the after party or what?
I mean, I'm heading over there right now, John. I'm asking the producers, how soon can I get up? This is going to be a party over there. Not only because of the knockout, but that extra bonus check he's going to be carrying to the club tonight.